So we'll begin practice this morning, seated. If cross-legged is comfortable for you, take a nice cross-legged position. Kind of rock on those sit bones to feel yourself grounded. I'm sitting up on a cushion, just gives me a nice tilt in the pelvis and some room in my low back, so I'm not dumping in. We always talk about that imaginary wall that's behind us. So just picture the wall, pick up your shoulders, and then set the shoulder blades on that imaginary wall. So you're opening up through the chest, you're opening up through the shoulder tips, squeezing the shoulder blades onto that imaginary wall. And then the back of the head comes to rest on the wall as well. We draw in the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the belly, but we soften the whole upper body as we close down the eyes. And we wish each other blessings on this beautiful September full moon. So this is the harvest moon, the time when maybe we set our intention on harvesting what seeds we planted during the summer. The seeds that we nourished, the seeds that we wanted to harvest at this moon. So just a moment to think about which seeds worked and which seeds didn't work, and which seeds we will replant again in the spring. Take in a nice full deep breath. And maybe with the eyes closed or the eyes gently open, just begin, let's circle through the spine. So small circles, front, side, back, and front, and just feel into the spine as you rock from one sit bone to the other onto the tailbone. And just notice how the spine feels this morning. It's early. It's a little chilly. So just work easy. Go ahead and reverse that. Again, keeping the spine nice and straight. And then bring it slowly back to center. Shift the hands to the shins. And as you hold on with a grip on the hands and the shins, draw the chest forward. So a nice gentle arch into the spine, chest lifts. And then press into those shins as you rock back onto the tailbone, curl into the back body and tuck the chin. So like a seated cat-cow here, bring the chest forward, small arch, and then rock it back, tuck the chin. 3 more on your own. Again, try to move with your breath, but more important, feel what you feel in your spine. And then bring it back to a nice seated position, nice and tall. Hands come out to the sides, arms circle out, arms circle up. Interlace the palms and then flip them so the palms go up towards the ceiling. Press the palms up. Maybe the gaze goes up, maybe it doesn't matter. But as you press up from the hips all the way through the wrist, feel the length. Take a full deep breath in, gather the belly, and then we're just going to rotate the chest to the right. And in out. Inhale back to center and rotate the chest to the left. Inhale back to center. Release the hands now. Maybe you gaze up, hands, palms looking towards each other. Maybe your gaze in between. And here we're going to just climb the rope. So the right arm's going to reach higher towards the ceiling to like grab onto the rope, finding all this length through the side body, and then the left. And you're just going to move. Make sure you breathe. Don't overextend because it's easy to pull a muscle here. But just work side to side to side. And notice what you feel here. It's like reaching to the top of that closet to pull something out. Good. Slow it down. And the next time, the right elbow's down, bring it underneath the left and find some eagle arms here. So the hands can come up to the shoulders, or you can bind at the wrist. Lift the hands to the ceiling, elbows at least the height of the shoulders. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, elbows come in towards the ribs, hands fall down towards your mat, tuck the chin. Pause here for 2 breaths. So the spine is rounded, the shoulder blades are separated. Take a full deep breath into the back of the heart, the side ribs and the back ribs. And then exhale super slow. Maybe you can roll down just a little bit more as the back relaxes just a bit with the breath. And then inhale, raise the arms back up. Take a little arch in the spine. Release the hands, send them back into a cactus. Beautiful. And then simply lower them back down and switch the crossing of your legs. Again, that imaginary wall. Shoulder tips back, squeeze the shoulder blades, head rests back on that wall. Tuck in your pelvis like you could gather it all up underneath the ribs. Hands come out to the side. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Interlace other thumb on top. Flip the palms towards the ceiling. Again, biceps don't have to be by the ear, but that's the aim. Bring it back so you're opening up all of this lats and the soft tissue under the arms. Take a breath, and then let's rotate over to the left. Inhale back to center, and take it over to the right. Inhale back to center, and the same thing, release, and climb that rope here again. So reaching one hand further than the other. Gaze can be down, the gaze can be straight out, the gaze can be at your hands. The movement can be side to side or straight up and down. Just feel like you're separating the ribs a little bit in the side body. Next time, the left elbow's down, just kind of circle it under the right and find your eagle here. Any eagle. Lift the hands to the ceiling, small arch in the spine, and then roll it in. Elbows come in, hands come down, crown of the head comes down. Take in a full breath. Exhale the breath slowly so that as you relax into the pose, the back muscles release just a little bit. One more breath here. And then slowly lift those hands back up to the ceiling. Maybe the gaze goes with it. Unravel, cactus those arms, open the chest, open the throat. And then slowly bring the hands back down. Take another circle through the spine. Maybe it's a little looser, maybe it's not. It's something that we scan so that we don't cause any injuries, right? Circle the other way. And then we'll roll over our knees and we'll bring ourselves to a table. Now this is where you'll want to have 2 blocks because we're going to be moving into a gate pose variation. So make sure your blocks are handy for you on either side of your mat. As you come into your table, spreading your fingers, stacking your joints. Again, tuck the toes under just to get some feeling into the feet, into the toe joints, a little 2 for 1 here. So gather the belly in and then move through your cat and cow. And again, do it as slow as you can so that from the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, the upper back, you feel into the whole back body. And as the belly drops and the chest lifts, you find all this length in the top body, or front body, I should say. Nice. Come back to that neutral table. Again, let that belly support a nice straight spine. Right leg releases back behind us. Just press through the heel just for a second, just to find some length in the back of the leg. Take in a breath. Then lift that leg even with your hip. all 5 toes pointing down. You can even bring your hand to the sacrum just to make sure that the hips are level. It's also a good balance pose. Good. From here, extend your left arm forward. So you can modify this and keep the arm down and just do the leg portion, but extend if you can from the fingertips diagonally across the spine to the heel. Press that heel, press that foot back behind you, reach the fingers forward. Draw the belly in, take an inhale. Exhale, knee and elbow, join at center, and extend it back out. Again, draw it in, round the spine, and send it back, extend. Last one, draw it in, pause here for a breath, and then extend. Left hand to the mat, right foot comes down, swivel that heel down, swivel the left shin off to the side, plant the left palm, and open yourself up to the right. Modified side plank. So again, press the weight into the back foot, into the front palm, stack through the shoulders, take in a full breath. On your next inhale, we're going to press off that bottom palm to bring ourselves up, arms to a T. Good. Slide the right hand down the outer leg and take a side bend. Move nice and slow here. We're going to flow this. This is where blocks can come in handy. Inhale, arms to a T. Lower the left hand. Return to your side plank. If you're using a block, just bring your hand to the block. Press through the heel, press through the fingers. Press off that block or mat, return up, and then take it over. Arms to a T. Side plank. Last one, press it up. Hand comes down, pause here. Elbows back, chest is open. Return through your T, return to your side plank. Circle that hand down. Send the right leg behind you. Again, returning to that bird dog position. Press through the heel. Gather the belly in, keep the elbows in nice and tight. And as you exhale all the air out, bend the elbows, bring the nose down towards the mat as you lift the leg to the ceiling. Press through the hands and return. 4 more. Finishing the last one up. Right knee comes in to meet the left. Set the hips back. Walk the fingers as far forward as you can. Extended child's pose. Knees are together. Feel the spine, tailbone, all the way through the fingers. 3 breaths. Return to your table. Take a couple cat and cows. I'm just going to flip around so you can. And we'll move to the opposite side. So the left leg's going to extend back onto the ball of the foot. Press the heel away just to ignite the back of the leg. Bring the hips back over the knee. Lift that back leg, all 5 toes pointing down. Maybe the hand finds the sacrum so that you could level out the hips. Taking in a breath, extending the right arm forward. So again, we reach through the fingers, we press through the heel. Diagonal stretch through the spine. 2 breaths. And then the same thing, elbow finds the knee at heart center. Re-extend out. Take 4 more. Hold the last one. 2 breaths. And then re-extend one last time. Right hand to the mat. Bring the left foot down. Set that heel down, swivel the right shin off to the mat, and open up to the left. Find your plank. I'm sorry, your side plank. Arm extends over the head. Press through the heel. And here we go. Press through that bottom palm. Bring yourself up, arms to a T. Slide the hand down. Lift the right arm, take it over. Elbow behind you. Arms to a T. Plant the palm down. Extend the arm, bicep by the ear, modified plank. Press through the palm, arms to a T, and bring it back over. Twice more. Use your blocks if you want, or just stay in one position if you don't want to flow it. We'll all meet in modified plank. Circle the left hand down to the mat. Bring the left foot, swing it behind you. Again, back to that bird dog position. Press into the palms, keep the elbows nice and close. On your inhale, draw the belly in. On your exhale, head towards the mat, foot towards the ceiling. Press it up. 4 more. Finishing. Left knee comes in to meet the right. Set the hips back onto the heels. Walk the hands forward. Just crawl the fingertips. Begin to feel the space in the spine. Head can be on the mat, head can be on a block. Just keep crawling the fingers forward, letting the chest relax, letting the breath return to its own natural rhythm. Walking the hands back, press your way up, come over onto one hip. Bring the soles of the feet together. Big wide diamond shape here. So flare the toes, maybe get a little action into the toe joints. Right hand underneath the right calf holds on to the shin or the ankle. Left does the same, shin or ankle. Use the grip of the hands. Draw the chest forward, nice straight spine. Bring the chest forward like you're coming into a forward fold. Pausing there. Then drop the chin. Feel the length in the back of the neck, the cervical spine. Maybe rotate the head gently over towards the right. Bringing it back to center. Feel the length. And then check out the range of motion to the left. And then back to center. Keeping that chin tucked in, hold on to your hands, bring that chest forward just a little bit more as you tuck in the belly. And then we're gonna round into this beautiful diamond shape, or you can think of it as your full moon shape. Bring the crown of the head down. And again, there might be some stiffness in the spine. This is the beauty of breath work. So as you breathe in through the nose, extend your exhales twice as long as your inhales, which is different for everybody. For me, I breathe in to the count of 3. I release the breath to the count of 6. And as that breath begins to quiet my mind, calms my nervous system, begins to relax all the muscles in the body, gets them out of that fight or flight, and the body then begins to trust the breath, to trust the posture. Let the head get heavy, let the arms dangle down, and just here simply breathe. Allowing those low back muscles to relax, the muscles along that sacrum area to release, the breath to just relax the body. Arms get heavier, the head gets heavier. The body releases a little bit closer into your diamond shape. And it's all your breath. And slowly we're going to transition out. And this is a deep stretch. So as you transition out and you stack through your spine, you do it nice and slow. So release one hand to your diamond and the other one into your diamond. And walk the fingertips towards the body. Use the hands outside of the knees to draw the knees together. Good. Stretch the legs out long. Give them a little shake. Plant the hands on the outside of the calves, palms pressed down. Flex through the feet, flare the toes. Again, with the palms flat down, like you could drag your mat to you, lift the chest forward so your gaze is past your toes. Draw in the belly. Then slide those hands along the outside of the legs towards the hips, onto the forearms. As you arrive onto the forearms, stop there. Lift the chest. Arch through the spine gently. Now this is a counter stretch to what we just did. So let the head drop back into the upper trapezius. Open the throat. Arch the spine. Lift the chest. 3 breaths. And slowly we're going to make our way onto the whole back body, but we do it slow. So we roll onto that sacrum and the low back, the low ribs, the shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders, and the head. Let the legs go wide to the corners of your mat. Allow a lot of room in the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together underneath you. The shoulders fall back and away. Lift the head, tuck the chin, feel the length in the neck, and simply close your eyes. Enjoy this rest and relaxation of Shavasana. Blessings to you and yours on this full moon. Namaste.